Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, GTR Math Tutorial, and Facebook, RJ Enseñado. So for today's video, we will discuss another 15 items of Math Reviewer for Civil Service Exam. Okay, so this for professional and sub-professional. So pwede rin ito sa mga general education na para sa LET at saka sa mga college entrance test. Okay, so ito yung mga 15 items na basic math. Let's start. Number one, what is the LCM of this set of numbers 5, 10, and 15? LCM, that means least common multiple. Okay, so what is the LCM of 5, 10, and 15? So para makuha natin yung least common multiple, so ano yung list na number na common sa 5, 10, and 15? So magbase lang tayo dito sa pinakamalaking numbers, 15. So ano yung mga multiples ng 15? Isulat natin. So we have 15, 30, 45, 60, and so on. Okay? So sa mga numbers na ito, ano yung pinakamaliit na pwedeng i-divide yung 5 tsaka yung 10? Okay? So yung 15 hindi pwede dahil 15 divided by 5 pwede, 3, but 15 divided by 10, that is 1.5. So dapat integer, eksakto yung sagot. So ang pinaka-least dapat ay itong 30 because 30 is divisible by 5. 30 divided by 5 equals 6. Dapat whole number yung makukuha natin. 30 divided by 10, that is equal to 3. And then 30 divided by 15, that is equal to 2. Okay, so lahat ng sagot ay eksakto, walang remainder, or walang decimal. So therefore, letter D is the correct answer. So para kuhanin ng LCM, ulitin natin, kapag ganitong may mga common, bumase lang tayo palagi sa pinakamalaking number. So 5, 10, and 15. So sa 15 tayo babase, kunin lang natin yung mga multiples ng 15. Tapos itest lang kung saan, alin ang makakapag-divide sa lahat ng given natin, 5, 10, and 15. Okay, so yun yung shortcut kapag may common dito, 5, 10, and 15. Lahat kasi sila divisible by 5. Okay, so next, number 2. What is the ratio? What is the ratio of 36 men to 24 women? Okay, so kunin lang natin yung ratio. Ibig sabihin lang yan, sulat natin as fraction. 36 men to 24 women. So that is 36 divided by 24. Okay, or 36 is to 24. So ito yung colon form, ito naman yung fraction form. So gawin nating fraction form tapos i-lowest term natin. So 36 and 24, isip tayo ng pinakamalaking number na pwedeng i-divide ang 36 at 24, pwedeng i-divide natin parehas by 12. Okay? So divide parehas by 12. So the answer will be 36 divided by 12, that is equal to 3. And then 24 divided by 12, that is equal to 2. So therefore 3 over 2, so that is equal to 3 is to 2. The correct answer is letter B. Kung hindi nyo agad nakuha yung 12, okay lang naman, ay paulit-ulitin lang natin. Halimbawa, 36 over 24, hindi nyo agad nakuha yung LCM na or GCF na 12. Halimbawa, 6 lang ang nakuha muna natin. So okay lang yan, i-divide muna sa 6. 36 divided by 6, that is equal to 6. And then 24 divided by 6, that is equal to 4. Tapos mapapansin natin, 6 over 4, wala pa sa choices kasi pwede pa tong i-divide ulit. So i-divide naman natin sa 2. Okay? So okay lang kahit hindi agad makuha yung 12, pwedeng maliit na number lang muna tapos i-try kung pwede pang i-divide sa same number. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, 4 divided by 2 is 2. So same answer, 3 over 2 is 3 is to 2. So letter B. Next number, number 3. What is the ratio in lowest term of 3 hours to 30 minutes? So ang common mistake dito kapag dinaretso natin, 3 hours to 30 minutes. Sa bagay, wala naman sa choices. 3 hours, baka maging common mistake, 3 is to 30. Kasi 3 is to 30 minutes. Mabuti na lang wala sa choices. Pag nilowest term, divide both by 3, 1 is to 10. Okay? So pag nagre-ratio tayo, kailangan same yung units natin. Hours, tapos yung isa naman ay minutes. So kailangan gawin nating magkaparehas dapat. So kailangan minutes parehas or hours parehas. Sa example nito, gawin nating minutes parehas. Okay? So dahil ang 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay? So i-convert natin itong 3 hours. para ma-convert yung 3 hours sa minutes, i-multiply lang natin itong 3 dito sa 60. Okay? So 60 times 3, that is equal to 180 minutes is to 30 minutes. So ngayon, i-lowest term na lang natin. Okay? So what is the ratio in lowest term? 180 at 30, i-divide natin parehas sa 30. So divisible parehas yan sa 30. So i-divide parehas sa 30. So therefore, cancelin lang natin itong 0. 18 divided by 3, that is 6. So 6 is to 30 divided by 30 is to 1. So therefore, the correct answer is 6 is to 1, letter D. Okay, so next number, number 4. A number is doubled and increased by 15. A number is doubled and increased by 15 is 43. What is the number? Okay, so isa-isayin lang natin. I-translate word by word. A number, hindi natin alam yung number. So mag-assign tayo ng any variable na gusto nyo. So n na lang ang gagamitin ko. So let the number be n. A number is doubled. So when we say doubled, i-multiply sa 2. So therefore, we have 2n. A number is doubled and increase. Increase, ibig sabihin addition. Increase by 15, so 2n plus 15. Ang ibig sabihin itong is na ito ay equal sign, and then just copy 43. What is the number? Just solve the value of n. Okay, to solve for n, kailangan mawala si 2 tsaka si 15. So unahin natin tanggalin si 15, so ilipat sa kabila, subtract tayo ng 15 on both sides para mawala na ito. 15 minus 15 is 0. So therefore, we have 2n is equal to 43 minus 15. So subtract lang natin manually yan. So itong 3 magiging 13. Borrow 1 magiging 3 ito. 3 minus 1 we have 2. 13 minus 5 we have 8. And then last step, para matira si n, divide both sides by 2. So therefore, the final answer, the value of n or the number is 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So therefore, the number is letter B, 14. Next number, number 5. If the probability that your crush has also a crush in you is 3/4, what is the probability that he or she has not? Okay, so ang probability daw that your crush has also a crush on you is 3/4. So may crush din daw, no? So crush, probability of my crush is equal to 3/4. Ang hinahanap natin, what is the probability that he or she has not? Probability of not crush or do not have a crush on you is equal to what number or what percent. So, yung mga choices natin ay percent. So, tandaan, ang total ng probability, pag inad natin yung probability, equal yan lagi sa 1. So, pag inad natin yung probability ng may crush at yung probability ng not crush, equal dapat yan sa 1 or 100%. Okay? So therefore, kung ito ay equal sa 1, ano yung probability na walang crush yung crush mo sa'yo? So kung 3/4 yung merong crush din siya, so therefore, ito ay magiging 1/4. Kasi pag inad natin, 3/4 plus 1/4 ay equal sa 1. So dahil meron tayong similar fractions, add lang yung numerator, 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4 over the common denominator, 4. 4 divided by 4, that is equal to 1. Okay? So therefore, ang probability ng not crush is equal to 1/4. Kailangan lang natin itong i-convert sa percent dahil yung mga choices natin ay percent. So ang 1/4 ay equal sa letter A, 25%. Okay, so paano i-convert yan? I-convert lang natin. Pwedeng i-divide na lang natin or pwede namang i-change lang natin. Mas madali yung 1/4 i-change natin sa denominator of 100. Kasi ang ibig sabihin ng percent means divided by 100. So ito yung shortcut. Dahil ang 4 ay divisible by 100, isip lang tayo ng number kung saan minultiply yung 4 para maging 100. That is 25. 4 times 25 equals 100. So 1 times 25 equals 25. So therefore, 25 over 100 or equal to 25%. So letter A. Or another way, so 1/4, just divide 1 divided by 4. Dagdag ng dalawang 0, itapat yung decimal. 1 divided by 4 cannot be, so lagyan ng 0. 10 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract, we have 2. Bring down 0. 20 divided by 4 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. So therefore, the probability is 0.25 or in percent, that is equal to 25%. Move the decimal point 2 places to the right and put the percent symbol. So same answer, letter A, 25%. Next, number 6. What is the value of x in the equation x squared plus 10 equals 14? So solving quadratic equation lang ito. So extracting square root ang method na gagamitin natin dahil meron tayong same na number dito. Dalawang number lang. So pagsamahin lang natin yan. X squared plus 10 equals 14. Subtract lang tayo ng 10 on both sides. Para mawala na itong 10 dito, x squared na lang ang matitira equals 14 minus 10. That is equal to 4. And then, extract natin ang square root. So, extract ang square root. Actually, dalawa ang magiging sagot dito. Kapag nag-square root tayo ng both sides, so ang magiging sagot natin lagi ay plus or minus. So, cancel itong square tsaka itong square root. So, x is equal to square root of 4, that is equal to 2. So, ang sagot ay plus or minus 2, pero sa choices wala yung minus. So, therefore, letter A is the correct answer, 2. Okay, so next, number 7. What is the sum of the polynomials 3x squared minus 2y squared plus 4xy and x squared plus 5y squared plus xy? So pag nag-add tayo ng polynomials ay pagtapatin lang natin yung mga like terms. Okay? So itapat lang natin dito. So ira-write ko na nga dito. So we have 3x squared. Re-write ko lang ito. Minus 2y squared plus 4xy. Itapat lang natin ito sa like terms niya. X squared, itapat natin dito sa may x squared. So, itapat lang siya dyan. 5y squared, so itapat dun sa y squared din. So, plus 5y squared and then we have xy. Plus xy, itapat natin dito, plus xy. Then, add lang natin yan. Okay? Kapag x squared, may invisible yan na 1. So, i-add lang natin yung numerical coefficient dahil parehas silang x squared. Kopyahin lang yung x squared. And then we have 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1, we have 4x squared. Okay, so lahat ng choices, 4x squared. Okay, and then next we have parehas y squared. So, kopyahin lang natin yung y squared. And then i-add natin ito, negative 2 plus positive 5. So, pag nag-add tayo ng unlike sign, isang positive, isang negative, ang gagawin natin is subtract. I-subtract yung maliit, yung 2 i-subtract dito sa malaki. So, 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. Kopyahin ang sign ng malaking number. Ang malaking number sa negative 2 at positive 5 ay itong positive 5. So, ang sign dapat ay positive 3y squared. Okay, and then, i-add natin ito. So, nandito na pala yung sagot. Yun na lang ang tanggal na si letter A, tanggal na si letter B, tanggal na si letter C. So, letter D na lang ang matitira dito. So, ito na yung magiging sagot. Siya lang yung may 4x squared plus 3y squared. Okay, so, kopyahin lang natin yung common sa kanila. Ayan, parehas may xy. So, kopyahin yung xy. Ito ay may invisible na 1. So, i-add lang natin positive 4 plus positive 1. We have positive 5. So, therefore, letter D is the correct answer. 4x squared plus 3y squared plus 5xy. Next, number 8. What is the simplified form of the expression 4m plus 8n minus 10p minus 3m minus 5n plus 13p? Pag nagsasubtract tayo ng polynomial, kapag may minus dito, all we have to do is change the sign. Change natin ang sign lahat nito. Kapag may negative, before yung second polynomial natin, may parenthesis. Okay, so copying lang itong first. So we have 4m plus 8n minus 10p. So minus, kopyahin lang muna natin ito. 3m minus 5n plus 13p. So kapag nagsasubtract tayo, minus ito, ang gagawin lang natin, change natin yung sign. Itong 3m, ang walang sign, ibig sabihin yan, positive yan. So i-change lang natin, magiging itong negative. Itong negative, magiging positive. Tapos itong positive, magiging negative. So ang susundin na natin ay yung itong mga red. Okay? So i-add na lang natin ngayon. So we have 4m minus 3m, kopyahin lang natin yung m. Kopyahin lang natin yung mga variable natin. So ito ay may n, ito naman kabila ay p. Okay? So tapos i-add natin yung mga numerical coefficient. 4 plus negative 3 or 4 minus 3, that is 1m or simply m na lang. Okay? So tanggal na sa choices si letter C at si letter D kasi 1m lang dapat or m. Ayun, dalawa yung may m. Okay? So next, so we have positive 8n. Ito ng plus ang susundin natin. Positive 8n plus 5n. So we have plus 13n. Okay? So yun na pala. Tanggal na rin si letter A. Letter B na ang magiging sagot natin. Okay? And then, negative 10p minus 13p. So negative 10 minus 13p. So kapag dalawang negative, anong gagawin natin? I-add natin pero negative pa rin. So pag plusing daw natin yung 10 at 13, so that is 23, pero ang sign ay negative pa rin. Okay, so therefore letter B is the correct answer. M plus 13n minus 23p. Okay, so next number, number 9. 8x squared of times x minus 3 divided by 4x times x minus 3 is equal to blank. Okay, so i-simplify lang natin. 8x squared times x minus 3 all over 4x times x minus 3. Kung mapapansin natin, may x minus 3 parehas. Kapag meron tayong na factor sa numerator at denominator, pwede nating i-cancel. So, pwede nating i-cancel ito. Okay? So, tapos, itong x squared. So, ibig sabihin itong x squared, 8x squared, itong x squared, pwede nating isulat yan as x times x. Okay? And then sa denominator, meron tayong x. So, pwedeng makancel yung tigisa. Tapos, itong 8 at 4, isulat na lang natin yung 4 dito. Itong 8, pwede natin isulat yan as 2 times 4. Okay, so we have sa numerator 2 times 4 times x, sa denominator ay 4x. So i-cancel natin yung magkaparehas. May x parehas, so cancel na yan. Parehas may 4, cancel na yung 4. So ang natira na lang sa numerator ay 2 times x, so we have 2x. Sa denominator wala nang natira, so 2x na lang ang sagot natin, letter C, 2x. Okay, so next, number 10. In a right triangle, if one of its angle measures 45 degrees, what is the measure of the other angle? So meron daw tayong right triangle. So ang definition ng right triangle, pag sinabi nating right triangle, yung isang angle dapat dyan ay 90 degrees. A triangle with one right angle. And itong right angle natin dito ay 90 degrees. Ang sabi, one of its angle measures 45 degrees. So ito daw isa ay 45 degrees. Ano daw itong isa? Lagyan natin ng x. Hindi natin alam itong isa dito, x. So what is the measure of the other angle? So ang sabi sa angle sum theorem, ang sum daw ng angles ng triangle, let's say A, B, and C yung angles natin, angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal dapat sa 180 degrees. Ngayon, ano dapat itong value ng x kung ang sum nila ay 180 degrees? So ipalit lang natin dito itong 45, 90, tsaka itong x. So kahit saan dito, kahit magkapalit-palit na yan. So therefore, we have 45 plus itong b, let's say yung b ay 90, ano si c? So lagyan natin x equals 180 degrees. Okay? So pagsamahin natin itong dalawa, 45 plus 90, that is equal to 135 plus x equals 180 degrees. Ngayon, para ma-solve natin si x, isubtract lang natin. Subtract lang tayo ng 180 ng 135 on both sides. So minus 135 on both sides, cancel na yan. X is equal to, subtract lang natin, magiging 10, magiging 7. 1 minus 1 is 0, 7 minus 3 we have 4, 10 minus 5 we have 5. So therefore, the answer is 45 degrees. So yan yung measure ng other angle, 45 degrees, letter C. Or shortcut kapag right triangle, ang sum dapat nitong isang angle tsaka nitong isa pang angle, ang sukat dapat nun ay 90. So dalawa na lang yung i-add natin. Angle A plus angle B equal dapat sa 90 degrees. Kasi given na yung isang angle ay 90 degrees dahil right triangle. Okay, so kung yung angle A ay 45, plus blank equals 90. So kaya ng i-mental, 45 plus blank equals 90. So the other angle will be 45 degrees. Okay, so next, number 11. So another probability problem. A card is drawn from a standard deck of cards. What is the probability that it is a face card? So meron daw tayong standard deck. Pag sinabi nating standard deck, so meron tayong 13 bawat suit. So 13 na club, spade, tigta 13 ano? So meron tayong hearts, tapos meron diamond. So, tigda 13 yan. Tapos, what is the probability that it is a face card? Pag sinabing face card, yan yung Queen, Jack, Queen, at King. Okay? So, ang probability ng face card ay i-over lang natin sa total. So, yung number nung face card over number of sample space. S yung sample space, ibig sabihin yung kabuuan. Ilan ba lahat yung cards? 13 na clubs, spades, hearts, and diamond. Tigta 13. So, 13 times 4, that is equal to 52. So, 52 ang denominator natin. And then, bilangin natin yung face card. So, meron tayong Jack, Queen, King. So, tatlo lahat ito. I-multiply natin na ilang suits. Meron tayong apat dito. Clubs, spade, heart, and diamond. So 3 times 4, 3 times 4 equals 12. So meron tayong 12 na face cards. Okay, so 12 over 52, wala sa choices. Wala sa choices dahil pwedeng i-lowest term. So pwede nating i-divide parehas ito sa 4. So i-divide parehas sa 4, 12 divided by 4 is 3. 52 divided by 4 is 13. So therefore, the correct answer is 3 over 13, letter C. Okay, so next, number 12. The sum of the digits of a square number is 10. What is the number? So the sum of the digits of a square number, when we say square number, perfect square dapat ito. Ang sum daw ay 10. What is the number? So trial and error lang tayo dito. I-add natin lahat ng digits. So letter A, 2 plus 8. That is equal to 10. So nasatisfy. Check. Letter B, 37. So 3 plus 7 is still equal to 10. Satisfied pa rin. And then we have 64. So 6 plus 4 is 10. And then 91. 9 plus 1 equals 10. So satisfied lahat yung the sum. The sum of the digits is 10. But we have another condition, the sum of the digits of a square number. Perfect square dapat, ibig sabihin yung square number. 28, so this is not a perfect square because 28, ang factors ng 28 ay 7 times 4. Kailangan pag square number, parehas dapat itong factor natin. So 37 is a prime number, so 37 and 1 lang ang factors niyan. And then we have 64, ang 64, ang factors ng 64 ay 8 times 8. So therefore, the correct answer is letter C. 64 is 8 times 8. So that is a square number because 64 is equal to 8 times 8 or 8 squared. And then 91 is another prime number. So 91 is not the correct answer. A perfect square next to the or closest to 91. So that is 81 and 100. Okay, so yun yung mga perfect square number. So best kung kabisado natin yung mga perfect square number. Simula 1 hanggang 20 dapat. Okay? So next, number 13. Age problem or at present, Jane's age is A minus 5. What is her age 2 years from now? So mag-add lang tayo dito. Present. Ang age daw ni Jane at present ay A minus 5. Ang tinatanong, what is her age 2 years from now? Ayan, 2 years from now, ibig sabihin yan yung future, ano? So future, mag-add tayo ng 2 years from now, so plus 2. So all we have to do is add 2 to this expression, to Jane's present age of A minus 5. So A minus 5, we just need to add 2. So plus 2 and then simplify. So therefore, the age of Jane 2 years from now is A, negative 5 plus 2. So we have opposite sign, one negative and one positive. All we have to do is subtract. Subtract the smaller 2. Subtract 2 from 5. So therefore, we have 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. Copy the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 5. The sign is negative. So therefore, the correct answer is A minus 3, letter C. Okay, so next, number 14. Percent problem. 30% of the grade 6 pupils failed during the National Achievement Test or the NAT. 84 students passed the given exam. How many students took the NAT, the National Achievement Test? So 30% of the grade 6 pupils failed. Okay? So 30%, ito yung nag-failed. And then, the question is how many students took the NAT? So if 30% failed, how many percent passed? The total should be 100%. So this is the total. If the percentage of failed is 30%, therefore the percentage of pass will be, the total should be 100. So therefore this should be 70%. 30% plus 70%, that is 100%. So the question is, 84 students passed the given exam. How many students took the NAT, the 100%? Okay? So these 84 students passed the given exam. So that means 70% of the total. Let's say the total is letter N. 70% of the total is equal to 84. Okay? So now, find the value of N. Okay, so solve the value of N. 70%, so that means in decimal, 0.70 or simply 0.7. Of means multiplication, and then we have N equals 84. Solve the value of N by dividing both sides by 0.7. Okay? Divide both sides by 0.7. Cancel this. Therefore, N is equal to, so in dividing decimal, all we have to do is make the divisor a whole number. Just move the decimal point one place to the right. Also do that in the numerator. Move the decimal point one place to the right. So this will become 840 divided by 7. So just do that manually. 840 divided by 7. We have 1. 1 times 7, we have 7. Subtract, we have 1. Bring down 4. 4 divided by 7, we have 2. 2 times 7, we have 14. Subtract, we have 0. So therefore, since the remainder is now 0, just copy the remaining 0. The correct answer is 120, letter D. Okay? So last number, number 15. Simplify. Quantity 5 minus 24 times quantity 27 plus 5. Okay? So let's just using the PEMDAS, unahin daw natin yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. Since magkabukod ng parenthesis, so evaluate lang natin parehas ito. Okay? So 5 minus 24 and then 27 plus 5. So unahin na natin to. 27 plus 5, that is equal to 32. And then 5 minus 24, 5 is smaller than 24. So all we have to do is subtract 5 from 24. 5 minus 24, that is equal to 19. Copy the sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 24, so the sign will be negative. And then, just multiply. So, negative 19 times 32. So, we cross out the positive. So, just multiply this manually. So, 32 times 19. Okay, so 9 times 2, we have 18. 9 times 3 is 27 plus 1, we have 28. And then 1 times 32, we have 32. And then bring down 8. 8 plus 2, we have 10. Carry 1. 1 plus 2 plus 3, we have 6. So therefore, the answer is negative 608 because we have negative here. So the correct answer is letter B, negative 608. So that's all. So thank you for watching. So if this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube, GTR Math Tutorial, and follow me on Facebook, RJ Enseñado. So if you have math question, i-PM nyo lang po ako sa aking Facebook, ayan, RJ Enseñado, or comment lang kayo dito sa aking YouTube channel, GTR Math Tutorial. So good luck sa lahat ng nagre-review sa civil service exam. Bye-bye and God bless.